day? It's Wednesday already. How did it become Wednesday already? Holy cow. Okay, go to my channel. Good morning. THT Boy Blade, good morning. Kelly Irish, good morning. Lynn's Vintage Villa, Ella, good morning. How are you? All right, let's see. Live. Yep, okay, we are live. Good morning, Dave from Alberta. Unraveled. Good morning. How are you? I figured it out eventually. Good morning. Welcome in. Okay, we are live on YouTube as well. Woo! Thank goodness. Then I don't have to repeat myself as much every day. Good morning. Good morning. Kick that bid. Good morning. How are you? Good morning, Holly Med. Welcome in. Okay, so yeah, happy Wednesday. I don't have any topics today. Woo! Manda Panda 2349. Good morning. How are you? How are you doing? So sorry for my lack of makeup. I am still not feeling the greatest, but oh my gosh, yeah, Kick That Bid is in Newfoundland and there's so many fires. We have a fire about 100 kilometers from us, I think. More than that, maybe. I haven't done the math. I haven't looked at the map this morning to see if it's moved or if we had some rain overnight. So everyone pray for rain for Newfoundland and the Maritimes and Atlantic in general. Yeah, Canada's burning. So, but if you're an American and you experience smoke from Canadian fires, please note that this is part of us trying to help you by smudging you. We are trying to cleanse you by sending down a bunch of smudge smoke. So we're just trying to help. No. Kicked Up Bid said, last night in St. John's, someone lit trees on fire by... What the fork? What is wrong with people? I'm just... This morning is not a morning for me to hear bad stuff. Because, I've taken the dizzy pill, the dizziness pill. And by the way, it's not available in the United States. I don't know why in the United States they don't have it. But yeah, it's not working yet. It takes a bit to work. I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling really woozy right now. So, but I'm all right. I'm gonna survive. Little Big Town, good morning. Good morning, Thin Sliced. Kelly Irish says, it's so hard to live through fire season for sure in British Columbia. We had this the past 5 to 6 years. Oh, that's... Well, according to the Orange Guide down south, the great pumpkin squash, we just need to sweep our forests and that will eliminate forest fires. So we just need to sweep our forests better. So everyone, this fall, when fire season is over, we're all going to have to leave our homes and go to the kajillion million acres of land and forests and just sweep them. Because that's how it works. 5 acre primitives. Good morning. How are you? Yes, right now no one's allowed to walk in our forests. We have a lot of forests. As Dave says, a lot of our forests are like no humans are allowed. So we can blame it on the squirrels. The squirrels did it. The squirrels lit the fire, not a human. Because humans are stupid. And humans are super stupid. And we do stupid stuff. Like whoever that person is in St. John's who lit some trees on fire. Like, good morning. Good morning, 5 acre. So yeah. So everyone stay safe. Remember to look at your air quality before you, the air quality readings. You should be able to see it on your phone to see what the air quality is in your area before you go out. And, if you know somebody, and if you smoke, don't throw your cigarette out of the car. For the love of all things holy. Buy one of those little ashtray things you can put in your car. Why are you smoking? Stop smoking. It's bad for you. But if you have to smoke, don't throw it out of the car. Good morning, Alex from Storage Share. How are you? I'm just ranting about forest fires now. That's today's topic is forest fires. It's not today's topic. I have no topic for today. Other than, dear Lord, please stop the world spinning. I have things to do. And like, see this mess behind me? We will start tackling that mess. We, as an I, while you guys watch, we will start tackling this room next week after I recover from the festival, the Hastings Festival. By the way, Hastings, Ontario, the village of Hastings, Ontario, where I live next to, is not the same as Hastings County. They get confused all the time. And the fire is in Hastings County, but I'm okay. So if you hear that there's a fire in Hastings, in Ontario, that's Hastings County. Why did we call two places Hastings? I have no idea. I don't know. You'll have to talk to our founding fathers and figure that one out. So, okay. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask your questions and share your shows. If you're new here, welcome in. My name is Kim. I'm the Red Rooster. I'm an auctioneer by training, and I do live in-person auctions, and I also do auctions on Whatnot. Right now I am on a vacation mode because I am not feeling well and I have way too much to do to prepare for the Waterfront Festival, because I also volunteer. So that is why I'm on vacation mode, if you're wondering. It's not really a vacation. It's a work, a volication. I don't know, a volunteerication. But yeah, I am. So if you are new and you're looking down below and you're wondering why free resources cost $20.25, well, that's the year we're in. So that's why I put it like that. Manta Panda says, I need you to do another storage unit sale. Do you need more Blue Mountain pottery? Because as soon as the weather gets better, I will, I'm going to be bringing it here. I don't know. I've got to figure out a way. I got to redo my booth. I have so many things to do. Alex from Storage Share has a show tonight at 6:03 p.m. Please note, 03. If you start right on the dot on like 6 o'clock or 6:30, you're going to get people swipe away your notification. But if you wait a few minutes and start a little bit later, your notifications are probably going to get seen, because Alex from Storage Share is smart. So we have a show tonight at 6:03. It's on Storage Share. Good to know. We sell everything from storage units. Oh, everything from storage units, jewelry, clothes, watches, etc. $3 starts all night long. Oh, thank you, Indigo Health. How are you today? Ooh, okay, I'm going to just sit back for a second. Try to stay still. I'm all right. It's all good. Okay. That's awesome. Everyone check out Storage Share. They're always fun shows. They're always really fun shows. I just don't, it's by the time you guys start, usually I'm ready for bed. I'm old now. I am okay. I'm just waiting for the pills to kick in. The dizziness pills seem to work, but I'm waiting for them to kick in. Thank you, Dial TCG. How are you doing? Funky Junk Shop. Good morning. So the resources down below, if you're new here, the resources down below are actually free. Ignore the price that's here. Just, you can use that QR code, or you can go to my profile up above. You can find my profile, and at the bottom of my profile is the link that you can copy and put into your browser to use instead of the QR code. If the QR code doesn't work for you, thank you, Funky Junk Shop. These just matched, and they were right there. They were right beside me. I didn't have to hunt for one, so these are the ones I used today. There's a goal planner in there. Like, there's a 2025 goal planner. It's based on Whatnot's. It's based on Whatnot. So thank you, EastEnder. It's based on Whatnot. So it's like for Whatnot sellers, it's skewed that way. Also, there's stickers you can use. There's ones for summer and there's ones for winter. There's thermal shock labels that you can put on your boxes to warn your customers not to open their package like right away. If they take it from hot into like an air conditioned environment, they could damage the stuff inside. If it's like glass, enameled, uh, ceramics, pottery, etc., etc., even jewelry can get damaged. Um, Crystals can get damaged if they go from hot to cold too quickly. So you want to take them inside and leave them for like 24 to 48 hours. So there's warning stickers for that. There's also stickers you can use for free. You can get them for free, download them for free, that you can put on your boxes so you can recycle your boxes. And I think I might put the tags on, but I'm going to have to I have tags that you can put on your items to gift them. So, and you can, when you're selling stuff, I use this for thrift to gift, which I do on the 25th of each month. I'm trying to encourage people to gift used, gently loved, secondhand, antique, vintage, handmade, wholesale pallet pulls. To stop things from going to landfill, like let's stop buying retail, let's start thinking better. So there's tags that I have that I created that you can add to your box when you ship stuff out to people, that just says this item is lovingly hand it's either this item is lovingly handmade and it's environmentally conscious, or this was, this antique item has been around for over 100 years and it was lovingly picked out for you, etc., etc. Each one, there's one for clothing, there's one for vintage, there's one for antiques, there's a general one, and there's one for handmade. Yeah, I think there's 5 or 6. Anyways, that I did ages ago, and as far as I'm concerned, I could do. It was suggested to me to create a website and do a paywall or some kind of like subscription wall, so you had to like subscribe to my newsletter and then you'll get access to these items. I don't know. If I made it already, I might as well just share it. And yeah, could I make money off of this? Yes. But do I want to? No. So it's free right now. So download it while it's free. Maybe one day, if Whatnot has like a something like Etsy does, where you can buy downloadable items out of the buy it now, then maybe I would put it there for like $1, like the whole package for $1. Oh, there's also coloring pages. I forgot. There's also coloring pages. Thank you, Dave from Alberta, for being my mod. Hello, Pickles, and hello, Tinker and Thrift, and who else came in that I've missed? I think that's it. We're good. Okay. Yeah, this show is probably not going to be full of folks because I scheduled this show this morning, because I realized when I got up this morning and went to like put the show notes in that I had no shows. I had no morning talk shows done yet. So I will be transitioning my talk shows in September, so that in the mornings I'm going to do my shows in the mornings until I start feeling better. My shows are going to be in the mornings. I'm going to try and sell in the mornings as well as do chat. So we'll have like the first part of the show will be the chat part, and then the second part of the show will be the sales or a work along or something like that. So that's my plan. Whether I actually execute that or not, if you've been around me long enough, I come up with excellent plans and then am unable to actually execute them. But I'm a really good idea person. If you would like an idea, I will give you 50. If you ask for one, you will get 50. That is my only promise. Okay, let's do a quick Canada Post update. Not that there's much to update. Please hold. Hang on. Where is that? Yeah, there it is. There it is in all its glory. Okay, so Canada Post update is that there's no forking update yet. It is, what is this? This is the 13th of the month. The vote ended on August 1st. We are almost 2 weeks after the votes have been counted. Tomorrow, I guess technically one more over. We are that close. We are that close to 2 weeks. And Canada Post has yet to say what they're going to do. The votes were counted. Natural state of high. Good morning, Melissa. Good morning, Aunt Bananas. Bunches of bargains as well. I know you're being silly. So the vote was about almost 70% said no to the Canada Post contract offer. So that means no to the Canada Post contract offer. Tough tooties. They don't want it. So Canada Post has yet to, other than making a statement saying, okay, the vote was no, we're going to look into that. I will answer that in a second, Tinker and Thrift. Good question. So, the Canada Post has not yet contacted the union. According to the union, last Friday, Canada Post had yet to contact them. The union called the CEO twice last week and did not receive a call back. So Canada Post is ghosting the union right now. Obviously, there is no strike right now. The union members are still going to work under the old agreement, ancient at this point agreement. And Cup W has said they want to negotiate, so they're waiting for the union. The union is waiting for Canada Post, but Canada Post is not. Yeah, left. Canada Post has not responded, other than to put out a statement saying we're looking at our options. But that was August 1st. So we are in limbo. At any moment, yes, Canada Post could announce we're locking out workers, and then Canada Post will be shut down like as if there was a strike. And then I don't know what Canada Post is going to do after that. Hire people, scabs, I don't know. So, because there's no contract now. There's no actual new contract. They're working off an old contract that expired like 2 years ago. Thank you, Taylor Pink. Good morning. Good morning, Vintage Goods by Ruda. Okay, sitting back. So we're in limbo. So my strike clock is sitting at 3 minutes to midnight. Expect there could be an announcement today, tomorrow, next week. I don't know. The government could step in and say this needs to go to binding arbitration. I don't know what. I'm sure that Canada Post is hoping that the government is just going to come up with something that is in their favor. But they don't. The Canada Post doesn't want to go to binding arbitration because that would usually work in the union's favor. So the union wants to go to binding arbitration. So we shall see. So anyways, we are stuck in limbo. So in the meantime, keep calm, carry on, sell. Remember, touch and run, pin the item, talk about the item, run the item, repeat over and over again through everything you have until you're done, and then do it again. There was a question up above. Good morning, Silverbridge. Good morning, Comic Hospi. Taylor Pink says, I don't know if I should switch to Canada Post. Chit Chats is taking a long time to get to the States. Yes, Chit Chats is slowed down because of the tariff and the soon to be eliminated, possibly de minimis exemption. So we're just waiting. We're just waiting to see that. So I would say I'm not selling right now, so I can't really tell you what to do because I'm not selling right now. If I was selling today, I would stick with Canada Post. I would do that. But if you can switch, if Chit Chats is convenient for you, it will ease your stress about worrying whether or not your items are going to get stuck in a strike. If a strike, because again, a strike, Canada Post could lock out workers today, or tomorrow. They could lock out workers, or the union could say, that's it. Canada Post isn't returning our calls. We can't wait any longer. We're going to have to go on strike. Or the government could say, whatever. Yeah. Okay. Enter carry you. Go away. Okay. So Tinker and Thrift asked a question. Good. Okay. Why is it that any random thing has to go in my eyes? All right. Tinker and Thrift asked a question. Everyone says shows need to be at least 2 hours. Is that true? Being a newbie, trying to weed out problems, and so I've only done 1 hour each. Okay, so I'd say first and foremost, okay, so one, the algorithm does like it when you run longer shows, because longer shows statistically have been shown to create more sales. So the longer you go on for, the more likely you are to sell more per hour. At the hour mark, you will notice that you will get a bump in your views. And again, at the 2 hour mark, you'll get another bump in your views. That's the algorithm saying, "Ooh, this person's still on. I'm going to show this to more people because they're still on." So when I go live for like even me doing a community show, once I've gone live for about an hour, I get a big bump in viewers. And then, people come and go. And then I get another bump if I manage to keep talking for 2 hours, etc. So it is, the longer you can go, the better. But, and this is the most important thing. If your energy level and your time frame of your life means an hour is all you can or want to do, or 30 minutes is all you can or want to do, or 3 hours, whatever the time is that you can and want to do, that's the best time for you. And just stick with that. Stick with what works for you, because at the end of the day, the longer you're on Whatnot, the more you sell on Whatnot, the more people discover you on Whatnot, the more consistent you are on Whatnot, you will get bumped in the algorithm for other reasons. Like you're pinning and running auctions constantly throughout your show. That will also bump you in the algorithm. People in the chat having conversations with you will bump the algorithm. People sharing your show during your show or before your show will bump the algorithm. All those things bump the algorithm. So it's not just like the only thing that's going to make a difference to whether or not you get discovered is that you do 2 hours. There are so many other factors that help you to get discovered. So everyone will be like, I need to go for 2 hours because that's going to bump the algorithm. Think about the other things that will bump the algorithm. So always pinning an item, always running an auction, running flash sales, sharing the show out beforehand, encouraging people to talk in the chat. But again, remember, 80 to 90% of people who come into a room will never say a single word, even in a chat show. Okay. Even in a chat show. So if like during a chat show, it's pretty quiet, you can expect it's going to be pretty quiet during your shows too. That's not a reflection on you. That's a reflection on the reality of people's lives. Like they're just listening into Whatnot, or they're just watching Whatnot while they're doing other things. So anyways, you want to think about the other ways of discoverability that you can. And so what I would recommend is that you go to discoverability, go to help.whatnot.com, search for discoverability, and you'll learn more about how the algorithm determines how you are discovered. So one of the things that you can do is, for example, when you're listing items, mix up. So say you're doing antique and vintage decor, but you also have some jewelry you could sell. Put that jewelry and pre-list it, because then the algorithm is going to alert people who like jewelry about your show as well. You'll get bumped up on their For You page. Having quality listings bumps you up on the For You page. The more description there is, and the more pictures you have, all those kind of things. There's signals. Whatnot calls them are signals to the algorithm that say, hey, this is a good thing. That is what the algorithm is looking for, is the good things that make a show more likely to be successful. So those are the things that you can do without having to go live for 2 hours to bump the algorithm. So Yes, running longer helps, but there are so many other factors that running longer is just one small piece of the discoverability puzzle. Okay, hope that helped you. Toronto Thrifter Man. Toronto Thrifter Man. Good morning. How are you? Busy Yarn. Good morning. Um, okay, I'm gonna try and say this. Nick Nikuskin knows. I probably didn't say that right. Nikuskin knows. I hope I said that right. Picky Picks. Good morning. Okay, I'm glad that helped. Good morning, Penelope Picks. Funky Shop, you just became egg. A couple of other people, I just saw like eggs suddenly popped everywhere. Congratulations on being egg. You can do nothing about it because, yeah, because I'm not selling things right now. Thank you, Penelope. The names in chat are awesome. Sherry Wynn, good morning. How are you doing? Um, Kelly Irish just said, I was going to ask about putting something different in my show. I sell vintage decor, but I also do some crochet, some cool things I thought of adding. Yeah, definitely. Put in crochet so you are in handmade too. You could always do like a handmade show if you've got enough, but always like, there's nothing wrong with saying, hey, check out my buy it now. I've got some cute little crochet items. If you want, I'll run them for, or put them on flash sale. Again, all those things that are in your shop that are in different categories. That's why pre-listing your items is a good thing. Don't do what I do. Pre-list your items, put and build your buy it now. So one of the things that I have done is I've built my buy it now so that I have a lot of stuff available in my buy it now when I do sell. And that helps people go in and buy extra little things to fill up their box. So, and I will often then take stuff from my buy it now and put it into auction when I need to. I usually lower the price a little bit from what it is in the buy it now. Good morning, Angie. How are you? Cactus Chaos Thrift. Good morning. How are you doing? Rabbit 16. Good morning. Yeah, so there you go. Okay, anyone else have any questions? Oh, I got it. You know what? This is the okay. I'm gonna stay still for a second. All right, it's all good. I'm not dying or anything. Just need to stay still. I just figured it out. I move a lot when I talk, don't I? I move a lot. That doesn't help. See, when I'm sitting still working on the computer, I'm okay because I don't move my head very much. But clearly, I am way too animated. Thank you, Taylor. I'll be okay. I'm waiting for the pills to kick in. I'm guessing based on when I took them that they should kick in pretty soon. They worked last time. Sorry. Got to answer this. So ask your questions while I'm doing this. And let's assume. Thank you, Tinker and Thrift. It's not POTS. It's definitely vertigo. I've got drugs for it. The pills are good. The pills are the same ones that I used 10 years ago when I had it the first time really bad. It's not as bad as it was then yet. So I need to be careful. So I'm doing the exercises that they taught me. I had to look them up again because I didn't remember exactly how to do them. But I'm doing the exercises to try and help. And I've got to find my little bouncy ball seat thing that I had to train so that when I'm sitting, I'm practicing and helping to. I basically have to retrain my brain. And that's what I did last time. I did physiotherapy, and I don't have time for physiotherapy. It's too far away. I'd have to drive there, and I don't want to drive very much right now because like I'm dizzy, and my husband can't drive me. He's working, so yeah. So I'm gonna just Robster. Good morning, and Chic Finds and Pop Vibes. I love that name. Good morning. you're seeing me in the midst of a vertigo issue right now, so that if you're new here, welcome in. Sorry. Normally I don't. Luciana! Oh, I like that name. I like that name. Chic finds and pop vibes. I love it. I love it, Luciana. Hello, how are you? Yeah. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask your questions and share your shows. No question is a wrong question. Yeah, I hope so too, Penelope. It's how long have I been dealing with this? Because like when I came back from England, it's got to be a flying thing. I'm totally my husband and I are totally convinced it's a flying thing. So I'm gonna try those earplugs next time that was recommended. If I do have to fly far or fly at all, I think I should just do it if I fly at all, just to be on the safe side. Because we had before that we had not gotten on a plane. Well, no, that's not true. I went in 2022. So last time that I was on a plane was 2022, but that was only to Florida. So, and then I drove back. So I didn't do as much. And I mean, I pushed myself hard because we were cleaning out my mother's place, but yeah, so that's the last time that I've flown. But that was a short haul. What I consider short haul to Florida. It's not like to Vancouver or something. Or England. Okay, so there. If I feel a bit better, I can lean forward to chat with you. Canada 90210. Good morning. Tinker and Thrift says, I'm scheduling more shows today, shooting for Tuesdays and Thursdays for now. Please follow and bookmark. Bookmark those shows and bookmark items. Just a reminder to everybody. So if you're new to my chat shows and you want to get alerted when I'm talking about a particular topic, or you just want to get alerted when I go live, without having to like constantly get alerts, if you go into my store and go to the auction tab, all these topics that I talk about, if you bookmark them, if you click on the little bookmark, when I pin it, you will get notified. So as you can see, 41 people get notified every time I pin this or run this as an auction. And that just makes it easier for them to know, oh, Kim's on and she's talking about the Canada Post strike or whatever. So I don't have any new news about about Canada Post if you've just come in. And also I'll just quickly say this. I don't have any news about the tariffs. The I don't. Hey, Mamarazzi, and hello, Peacock. I don't have any new news about the tariffs. We're still waiting to see. It's a wait and see to see whether or not he backs down on this threat of removing the de minimis exemption on August 29th. The reality is the government department is not ready to take 4 million packages a day. Yeah, they're not ready for that. It will absolutely grind imports to the United States to a halt for quite a while. If that on September, like August 30th, there'll be like nothing going through. So hopefully he chickens out again or tacos out. That's what I'm hoping. So fingers crossed. Okay, so first, Kelly Langer, hello, how are you? Kelly Irish says, I messed setting up and used 2 Gmails and accidentally verified my personal rather than my business email. Tried to change it, but it didn't. Message support, Kelly, message support. You may have to delete, so delete the other account. Let's see, you verified with your personal rather than your business. So I would message Whatnot support to help you with that, because you don't have 2 accounts, you just have 1 account, right? So yeah, you want to just message Whatnot support. They can help you with that. It might take some time though. It takes a little bit of extra time for any of those kind of things. Like I've had people who accidentally used like they were buying and they had a US address for forwarding, and when they signed up to be a seller, they accidentally used the US address, so they got signed up as a US seller and then did a show and then couldn't actually ship. And that was fun. That was fun, but it was figured out. It was figured out. It just took a while to figure out. Because it's multiple departments and it's a little bit more complicated. Okay, so Chic Finds and Pop 5 says, I just scheduled my first show. I've added the products, but not sure if I should put in the shop list or just keep in the show for auction. So totally up to you. So there's so many different ways to whatnot. So you could put everything in your auction tab at the start price that is the lowest that you're comfortable of selling the item at, or you can list the things in your buy it now at the price you want to get. And then you can always do, let me just pull something import from inventory. Let me just pull something import. Okay. So I now have in my buy it now this item. So say you listed everything in your buy it now. How do you find that on the product listing? So when you go to edit, when you go to create the listing, you have a choice of buy it now, auction, or giveaway. So if you want to put it in buy it now, then that's where you put it. And then at the price you want. So with this item, say it's right here. I'm going to start the auction, and instead of $250, I'm going to sell this for $200. So there's the item. I pin it, I talk about it, and then I'll say, okay, I'm going to run this for $200 instead of $250. I'm giving a deal today. You got a new baby. Congratulations, kitten lady. What color is it? We're talking about a kitten, I assume. I assume we're talking about a kitten. For those who are wondering why I'm asking what color her baby is. It's all white. I'm glad I said that first before you answered. Because it would have seemed very bad to some people. We were talking about a kitten. Well, congratulations on your new baby. Audrey Key Rose from Texas with love. Good morning. How are you? So you could do that, or you could run a flash sale instead, right? You could do a flash sale and do a discount on the item and run flash sales, because then you can just talk about it, pin it, start the flash sale, and then you can move on to another thing. Good morning, Millicent. How are you? So you can do that with a whole bunch of stuff. So anyways, let me go back to there, pin. And do follow whatnot sellers. So so that would be my recommendation, is you decide how you would like to do it. Would you like to do it as, say, you start things at the lower price and do an auction and then hope that you get some bids? Or do you put it in the buy it now and then you can run it from the buy it now? So again, I'll show you how that works. So you go to your buy it while you're in your shop. So when you're running a show, you go over here and you click on the shop, and then you go to your buy it now tab. And then again, there's only thank you to the person who had it. Okay, I'm going to pin it. There was someone who had saved it, but now they've unsaved it. Good idea. Okay, so pin it, right? And then I can say, okay, I'm going to run this as an auction. So pin it, and then show it. There it is in all its glory. And then when you hit this right beside it, there's the triple dots. You hit the triple dots, and then you can choose to start auction or start a flash sale or to edit it. It's all in there. So let's unpin that. There we go. Funky Junk Shop says, do you film with a laptop or another phone? I'm currently using my iPhone. Kay, mind your ink. Good morning. I'm currently using my iPhone. My Android is in my hands. I have done shows. When I first started on Whatnot, I used my computer and OBS, which is a free open source software that's for broadcasting. Good morning, Yard Yeller. And it's lovely. It's lovely, but it didn't work well for me because the location in my house and the laptop I was using didn't have a very good video card, and so I had problems with sound, and I was getting fuzzy, and I was having problems. And now I really do prefer using the phone. It's a lot for me. It's a lot easier. For other people, it'll be different. Good morning, Angie and the boys. All is okay. All is okay. All right, sitting back for a bit. Okay. So yeah, I've used a laptop in the past. I will hopefully go back to that one of these days. But I've got a whole other bunch of stuff that's happening with my business coming up that is very exciting. So I may be just concentrating on that and not doing as much on I'll be adjusting and diversifying my business, I guess the best way to put it. So I may not go downstairs and try and use OBS again. I may not have the time to do that. Funky Junk Shop says, I need to get a new phone, but it does seem like a minimum 2 device situation as a seller. It's a minimum of 1 device. It's a minimum of 1 device. If you can get like an old like Android phone or something to use as your second device, like it can just be a used phone. It doesn't even have to be pretty. I have a phone that sometimes I use where the screen's like all cracked, and I use that to like as like the way to pin and run stuff. Really and truly, the only reason that I got a second phone and use a second phone is so that I could show you stuff while I was talking. I could show you things. Also, I got a iPhone for Christmas so that I could show you some of the other features that the iPhone has that you can use on Whatnot. I couldn't show you that because I only had Android, so I could only talk about it. So now I can actually show you those features. But then when they took away past shows, I find that, of course, this is you can only multicast using OBS on a computer or on your sorry. Spam is coming in. I love how it now says likely fraud, so you know it's not worth answering. So is the iPhone better? Kelly Irish asks. iPhone does have extra features, like, for example, hang on, I'm going to have to bump you guys a bit. So, for example, I can do face cam, so I can be here and show you an item. Here's the item. Hello, I'm a duck. So there's that feature. That's lovely. I use that sometimes, like when I'm doing teaching shows, but also it's great. It's great if I'm like doing a jewelry show or something and I want to like have the focus be on the jewelry. So let me do that again. So it's a tool that's only available through. Did I rotate the camera? Yeah. Okay. So for example, say I was showing this jewelry down here and my head was in the right place. So I can then just make myself yeah. And I can move myself around. I can make myself bigger. I can make myself smaller. I can put myself in any corner. Nobody puts baby in a corner. So yeah, I can move things around, but then still be able to show close-ups of things. I will say, first and foremost, the iPhone cameras suck compared to my Samsung. I do love my Samsung cameras. They're way better for close-ups in general. Oh dear, there's a little one. Maybe it's missing. I don't know. Maybe it was like that to begin with. So anyways, okay, back we go. Switch and then face cam off. The other thing that you can only do on an iPhone is the randomizer. which is the spin wheel. So we're just going to type some random things. Sorry, I'm bouncing guys around. Hold on. There we go. There we are. Okay, return. Done. Shuffle, 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 and spin the wheel. And what wins? The winner is... I don't even know what that says. Oh, what? Dutch. The winner is Dutch. And then I can remove that. Go to the randomizer. And I can remove Dutch. And spin the wheel again. And I get duty. Remove duty. I said duty. There you go, YouTube. You're welcome. And spin the wheel and get drudgery, remove drudgery, etc. And then hide the spin wheel. You can also make the spin wheel, hang on, you can make the spin wheel bigger. You can move it around. You can make it really small. You can do all kinds of things with it. Can you put up a show without a date? No, you have to pick a date. Just choose like December or something. Yeah, it's only available on iPhone. If you go to help.whatnot.com, you will find the information under randomizer or live tools. Live tools. It's a live tools feature. Only iPhone has it, or you have to use, there's information about how to do it with OBS. Frinny Mins, good morning. I love that name. I clearly know nothing about Whatnot. This is all very cool. It is fun, isn't it? It's a little bit too much fun. Now, here's the thing. Don't use the randomizer. Be very careful with using the randomizer. First, make sure that you read all the rules about gambling. Let me just pin that. So, you don't want to do any sort of, oops, not that one. It looks nearly the same. There it is. You don't want to get yourself in trouble and lose your ability to sell because you were playing with the randomizer and did a game and didn't follow the rules. So I use the randomizer myself when I'm doing my egg games. I used to pull an egg out of a basket, but it took a long time. So I just randomly, and it's to select discounts. So I'm not gambling. It is literally, I will pick up this item and I will say, okay, it's currently $40. I'm going to spin the wheel. This is alt class, by the way. So then I would open up the randomizer and is it open? Did it open? No, it didn't do it. Oh, son of a nutcracker. Come on. It's not doing it. It doesn't want to do it now. It's like I'm done. Okay, show the spin wheel. There we go. So say that spin wheel had like 30% off, 40% off, 20% off, 10% off, $5 off, $2 start. And I always do in my A game, I do that it's going to become a giveaway. So I shuffle the entries and then I spin the wheel and the discount is, okay, so it's 25. So I'd say this is 25% off now. And I can just move that down here. It's 25% off now. So now I'm going to run this for 25% off instead of 40 for everyone, right? So it's not gambling because it's, yeah, thank you, Millicent. I'm not well enough right now to do any shipping. So the randomizer, the randomizer is what I use for my egg game, but I make sure that I'm following the rules. Nobody is going to lose, it's not for just one person. I pull the next item. I do the randomizer. The randomizer picks the discount. I create a discount and that's what the discount is. So, yeah. Silverbridge says, Yard Yeller, you need that as a mascot for your show. It's Alta Glass. I got it from, I got it before the place closed down. Let's see. Sorry, I got to catch up on the things. Funky Junk Shop says, I'm going on vacation at the end of the month for 15 days. I think I'm going to wait till I get back to run my first show. Yeah, and Millicent says, if you put a show up, we can bookmark it. You can decide the date and move it later. The bookmarks will stay so we can support. Yeah, absolutely. Really great idea. Millicent says, do that, Funky Junk Shop. Book it for, if you know you're going to be going away, it doesn't matter. Book shows. You can book shows for a year from now. And then if you decide, you know what, I want to do that show now, you can just go and hit start show. Or you can edit it and move it up. So it's all adjustable. Whatnot is very flexible for sellers. It's one of the reasons why it's so popular with sellers. There's so many reasons, but one of the reasons is because there's that flexibility. So yeah, you can be on vacation and still collect bookmarks. You can still go into shows and say, hey, I'm on vacation right now. I'm sipping a Mai Tai, but 3 weeks from now I'll be back and I'm doing a show and it's all going to be vintage glass. So bookmark my show. You can actually go live and sell while you're on vacation, but your marketplace, when people go to your profile, they won't see any items to buy. So nobody will buy anything from your marketplace. You can still get pre-bids and whatever. But yeah, you can go to the marketplace. Okay, just catching up. John Doe, good morning. How are you? Cheryl, welcome in. Who else has just come in? Okay, so Frinny Mins asks, can you briefly, I do move too much, don't I? Oh, it's getting better. The pills are starting to work. Can you briefly explain what the raid train is all about? I see a lot from American sellers. Yeah, so yesterday morning, you can go to my YouTube. Yesterday morning, my show was all about raid train. So you can get like all the details. So how to be on a raid train, how to start your own raid train, etc. So you can look at that. Can you sell and ship at your vacation location? Depends on where you're vacationing, Yard Yeller. I would suggest messaging Whatnot support if it's really far away from where you live, because you might want to adjust the return address, just because otherwise there'll be an error. So say you normally ship from Toronto and you're going to be going to Vancouver, then that's going to really affect the price that people are paying, because if somebody from Toronto buys from you, they're only paying like $9 for shipping. But if they're on Vancouver Island, they're going to be paying $19. But if you're in Vancouver and you do a show, but you don't change where you are, then the shipping the shipping charge will be as if you are in Toronto with the items. So definitely contact Whatnot support about that. You'll have to adjust. I think if you adjust your address temporarily, it should fix that. But again, check with Whatnot support. Oh, jeez. Sorry. Okay. I said it was working, but clearly it isn't yet. Yeah, it is possible, but you need to check with Whatnot support and exactly how to do it. Don't take my word as gospel. Ask them how to do it, because you want to make sure that, because it's different in the States. But if you just need to still be in Canada. Don't do it from another country. You cannot sell in another country, but you can sell within Canada. Okay. Sorry. Back to raid trains. So what is a raid train? A raid train is, let's start with what a raid is. So a raid is, at the end of a show, you will notice that if you stay till the end of someone's show, you will notice that at the end of the show, most sellers will raid into another seller. So if you're sitting there watching a show, that show will end and it will take you into the next show, which is really fun, because you get to go in and say raid and like put up emojis and say hi, and it's kind of like a fun little party moment, like surprise. It's like a surprise party. It's a lot of fun. Now, when I first started on Whatnot, I heard the word raid, and I thought, oh my God, we're about to do something bad to another seller, and I left before they raided because I didn't want to be part of something bad. I swear, I did not. I was very new. I didn't know that it wasn't a bad thing. So it's a good thing. It is a blessing. if someone raids into me, they're picking me. They could have picked tens of thousands of people to raid into, and they picked me. It's a blessing. You bless the chat when you raid into somebody. Whether it's just you or there's 50 of you, you are blessing that chat and that seller by saying, I pick you. Of all the people I could pick, I pick you to go into. So that's first and foremost. A raid train is where a group of sellers organize a day where they raid into each other one at a time. So there's a schedule, and everybody signs up for their time slot and schedules their show for that time slot. On the raid train day, the first person goes live at their scheduled time, and they end their show and raid into the next person at that scheduled time. So if it's like half an hour, 20 minutes, 1 hour, usually it's like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or an hour long shows. So then you raid into the next person, and then the next person raids into the next person, and then etc. Until you get to the end. We call that the caboose because it's a train. The idea is kind of like a train car, right? Like you have the start, and then if you've ever done this, if you've ever ridden a train and walked through the train from one car to another, it's that idea. It's like everybody's in a line and we're all working together so that we all arrive at the station. It's a really great way to collaborate with other sellers, get to know new buyers circle, and open up the circle of people that you know on Whatnot. The more circles that you can engage with, the bigger you're going to get. These aren't cliques. These are circles. Okay. There's a big difference. There's probably some cliques on Whatnot, but there are circles on Whatnot that you are going to get to know and join in on. And they're not like closed circles. They're open circles, always welcoming new people. So you're going to meet new people that you can bring into your circle. They bring into their circle. You're going to meet their buyers when they raid into you. And it's also just a chance to network and grow bigger. So Whatnot is about community. The secret sauce that makes Whatnot work is the community. We are, this is an app where you are not alone, that you get to you're interacting not only with your customers, but other sellers. Don't treat them as competition. I don't care if they sell the exact forking thing as you. You're each different and you're doing Whatnot your way. No one seller does Whatnot the same way as another seller. And that's also the cool thing, is there's complete flexibility in how you do Whatnot. But the community is the secret sauce. If you come on here and just interact with your buyers and don't go into other sellers' shows, you will not grow as fast as you will when you are engaging within the community. You grow way faster when you are coming into other people's shows, saying hi. Don't come in and say, hi, I'm a new seller and I have a show next week. That's not okay. If they're selling something, you do not do that. If you come into my community show, I say, feel free to share your shows. One of the ways that you can check, is it okay if I can share my shows? If you ask in the chat, that's basically saying I have a show. That's also not allowed. Like, is it okay for me to say I'm a seller and I have a show coming up? That's the equivalent of saying it, right? Don't do that either. Go up into the show notes. Most sellers who allow you to share your shows during a show will put it in their show notes somewhere. So Dave from Alberta says, jealousy and bitterness is rare here, only seen a couple of times. Yeah, I mean, there are some categories that have had drama. It happens. Personalities clash, especially when it comes to like big raid trains and big raid train organizing groups. There's drama. Okay. I'm not saying there isn't drama on here. And if that's what you like, grab some popcorn, go to Facebook and Reddit, and then join those shows because, there is that. But that's everywhere in this world. That's everywhere in this world, right? Peacock Joy says, I don't ask often, but if I red chatted to ask, could share my show once. Yeah, red chatted is one way, but for some sellers, it's distracting. especially a red chat, because it pops up big and they stop to read it when they should be selling. So just think about that too, is if you use red chat, use it carefully. It should be it. And what is red chat? So if someone wouldn't mind saying something like boobs for me so that I can show it, that would be awesome. So red chat is basically if you say something inappropriate, there you go. Boobs and PayPal. So Dave from Alberta, thank you, Dave, just said it. So you can see boobs and PayPal are the words we usually use because they are automatically red chatted. Only the mods and the seller can see it. So you can't see it. Oh yeah, Timeless Treasures. Good morning. How are you? Amy Perrin, what's up, love? How are you doing? Everyone follow Amy Perrin. She's epic. So that's a red chat. That's a red chat. Only I and Dave and the other mods can see that. No one else can see that. So that is one way of communicating. So say you saw that I had a booger coming out of my nose, red chat that, please. Tell me you have something coming out of your nose, Kim. PayPal. I will appreciate that. Anytime you can tell me that. Booger alert, PayPal. Exactly. There you go. See? I am very happy if someone tells me I got a booger. Tell me I have a booger. If there's like something sticking up in my hair that doesn't look right, that looks like something about Mary, let me know. Like, I want to know about these things. Don't let me go an entire show. So stuff like that. Or, but otherwise, leave the chat alone. But if you read the show notes and it says, feel free to share your shows, then feel free to share your show. They mean it. I would recommend that you wait until, so say they're running an auction on something, and they're talking about the item. They've pinned it. They're talking about the item, and then they run the item. I would wait until after the auction sale is over, in that brief period of time between that item ending and the next one getting pinned, and they start talking about it. That's when to share your shows when you're in a selling show. You don't want to take the seller off their rhythm, and you don't want to take the chat's attention away from what's happening down below with the sale, right? So, for example, and so what you want to do is, So, my recommendation is that if you're using Android, make sure you have Google Keep Notes. It's going to be your friend. And write out a few show announcements that you can do, so that when someone says, hey, who has shows coming up, tell me about them right now, you can quickly switch over to Keep Notes, pull that up, copy that bit, and then paste it into the chat really fast. Or if you know it's a show where it's okay for you to do that. For example, Green 13 used to have, whenever they did a break, they would have like a 5-minute giveaway, and that would be their break, and they would do the giveaway, and people would share their shows during that time. That's the only time that they allowed it. And so whenever I went into Green 13's shows, I made sure I first went over to my Google Keep Notes, grabbed my little blurb that me and my upcoming shows, and then as soon as they said do that, I would put mine in, and I would do it a couple of times during that 5 minutes, because people come in and out because of the givey goblins. So save it in, write out a few so that you have a few. So say you do jewelry shows, and then sometimes you're doing craft shows, and sometimes you're doing Pokemon shows, and then you have sports card breaks, whatever it is, have your little blurbs so you can quickly grab the right one and plop it in. For Apple, you can use Notes, and I think you can actually, there is a Apple version of Google Keep Notes. I just like Google Keep. I can use it on all my devices, so I'm very fond of it. Frinny Min says, how many giveaways do you think is appropriate, and do we open up to US buyers? I'm not trying to be in the negative after a show. So, Frinny, if you're a Canadian seller and you're new, don't do giveaways. Give a coupon. You can go to seller.whatnot.com, and you can go up to On the side there's the menu. When you get to seller.whatnot.com, you want to go down to promotion and then coupons and create a coupon. You can learn more at help.whatnot.com. Just put in coupons. You'll learn all about step by step how to do a coupon. Create a coupon, one that's for new buyers and another general one, because you're new, so you don't have rewards club yet, so you don't have enough. You don't have that yet. You will get that after you sell $1,000 worth of items. And sometimes that's fast and sometimes that's slow, and that's okay. So use coupons. Use coupons anyways, even if you get to rewards club for new buyers. Give a new buyer coupon. Always give a new buyer coupon as far as I'm concerned. So that is what I would recommend. And you can say, welcome in everybody. Thanks for joining. I've got a special coupon for the raid. It's raid. Thank you. Thank you so much for the raid. Here's a coupon, everybody. You can put that into your wallet right now, and then you can just type it out on the screen. Now it's not going to work because I'm just making it up as right now. So raid, thanks, something like that. Like create one like that you can use for whenever you get raided. Instead of, some people will do a giveaway, but if you're a Canadian seller, yes, if you're going to do a giveaway, put it on international, because you might luck out and save yourself some money because a US person will win, because Canada to US is often cheaper than Canada to Canada. But it will put you in the negative if you don't have a successful show. Does it help you get new followers? Yes, but are those people following you because they like your stuff, or are they following you because they want a free thing? You want more organic followers that are following you because they like you. Do you want me to talk about gambling, or oh no, yeah, it is kind of like, yeah, it is a gamble. It is a gamble if you do a giveaway, because you never know who's going to win. I always find that with my luck, because Murphy follows me wherever I go, it is the person farthest away from me who wins the giveaway. And I mean, that's just, it is what it is, right? Like, I'm willing, I have the ability. Yeah, it's a gamble. Yes, absolutely. So I have the financial ability to swallow that pain to do giveaways. Not everyone does. So if you can't afford to do that, don't do it. Giveaways in some, for like, so if you're in Pokemon and some of the TCG, like some of the other TCGs and the sports cards, there are some categories where it's become expected to do giveaways throughout your show. It's expected that you do giveaways during your show. So you may need to do that at the beginning, but I would be cautious about that, because are the people coming into your show there because you're doing a giveaway, or are they there because they really like your stuff and they like you? You want it to be they like your stuff and they like you, not that they like you because you're giving stuff away. It's kind of like, think of it like friendships, right? You can have friends who are only there for what they can get from you, versus they're there because they really care about you. It's the same thing. You're building your community. Where was I? And I was in a show and someone started a giveaway. I think it was Kay. I think Kay, it was you. You did a giveaway. And I saw the people come in who are we have a few people who are the Canadian giveaway kings and queens, and they'll come in when there's a giveaway. That's when you see them. I just greet them and treat them just like everybody else, because I found that when I did that, they came back for my regular shows, even when I wasn't doing giveaways. So don't treat givey goblins poorly. We call them givey goblins. It's a whatnot term. Givey goblins, we call them that because there are some people who literally will like come into shows and say, run a giveaway. Why aren't you doing a giveaway? Run a giveaway. No. Other people, when you get rated, will do a $1 start. Again, that's a great gesture, and it does work. But if you can't afford a $1 start, then don't do the $1 start. Like, don't give away something that you could make good money on at $1 just to say thank you for a raid. You know, even though the buyer would pay shipping, you're going to lose out. you're going to lose out. So, that is my recommendation about giveaways. I also am not a fan of buyer's giveaways. But that's just me. Chic Finds and Pop 5 says, can we give away gift cards like Amazon or Starbucks? Yes, except if you're in Canada, the price to ship is just going to be as high as if you gave away a brooch or some other piece of jewelry or some stickers. It's the same thing. Millicent says, I saw a hard win last night. Someone won after a 500 plus show with lots of community vibe. 100 plus people. Winner hadn't purchased. They were mad. I know it, but you know what? That's why I hate buyer's giveaways, is because they cause that. Legally, that person had every right to enter that giveaway. Oh, Frinny, well, welcome in. I'm glad you're here now. I'm on every morning, Monday to Saturday, chatting with you and trying not to. The pills are not working yet. Dear God, please send the pills to my brain so that I can. They started to work and now I can feel it. I'm gonna have to take something else. Okay, sorry. So Chic Finds and Pop Vibes. Yes, your gift card can be sent online, but Whatnot does not allow you to do giveaways outside of the giveaway system that they have, and therefore you must pay for shipping as a seller. So you still have to ship them something, and we don't have. In the States, they have a plain white envelope option, letter mail option, which you can just select stickers, and then it's like $1 or less to ship out to somebody in the United States, within the United States. Totally different. With us, it's going to be like $6, $7, $8. It's not cheap. It's not cheap. It's not, in my opinion. It's so if you want to do gift card giveaways, yeah, but just remember you're going to have to ship something out anyways. Yeah, it was a good idea. The one thing though that a couple of, what was it? Not last week, the week before, I can't remember. Anyways, Whatnot sellers, I think it was last week, had no, you can't, Franny. You have to use Whatnot's shipping system. You cannot just put something in an envelope and use stamps. Nope. Got to be through the system. Has to be through the system, and that's a label. So, like as Dave says, our plain white envelope option would be $14 instead of $14.25. Yeah, exactly. It's not much difference. But they did say, Tom, who's head of product development, did say that, drum roll, he did say in the Whatnot Sellers show, and you can watch that on their YouTube channel, which is up in my show notes. He did say that they are getting closer to Whatnot gift cards. So it would be a credit that you could give someone that they could spend in your show. And that would be no shipping. So then you could say, I'm giving away $5 or $10 you can use in my show. It'll still cost you $10. You're still going to have to pay $10, plus you will pay the commission on that to Whatnot. So you'll still have to pay 8% commission when it's to 8%. But yeah, so that is something. It's been a request that we've all had for ages. They are working on it. So yeah, so it's like, it'd be $10 plus 8%. What is that? $10.80. So yeah, be like it would cost you $10.80 instead of $10. But compare that to shipping. Most of your shipping is going to be to ship like something small, like a gift card would, a regular gift card, like an Amazon gift card or Starbucks gift card would be that expensive too. So, yeah. Second, Troy, how are you? So that is my thought on giveaways. And hopefully, I mean, when the credits come, I will love to do like $5 credits here and there, because the benefit of that is that they're coming back into your show and they're spending money. If they buy one thing, they're more likely to buy a whole bunch of other things. And if they win the giveaway but never come back to your shows, that money, it doesn't cost you anything, right? If the person doesn't use the it's like companies give gift cards out all the time. and they know that like not all gift cards get used. Like how many of you have gift cards you got for Christmas, anniversaries, birthdays that are like in a drawer or are in somewhere in your purse, and you just every time you go into that store you completely forget that you got the gift card, and you leave the store and you realize you have the damn gift card and you wish you could go back in and start all over, but you don't do that. Sarsaparilla, good morning. Hi, Second Troy. Hope you're having a great day. Okay. So, hi, Sarsaparilla. Okay, so that's it for gift cards. And so in the future, we should have the ability to give away credit. And I think that'll be awesome. So that then they have to come back in and spend in your show. But I think a lot of people would love that. And it would apply immediately. So if you did the giveaway at the beginning of your show, then they would get that credit. Again, this is in the future if you're just coming in. They would get that credit that then they could use that day. They could use it right away. And I think a lot of people would. They'd be like, holy cow, I got $10. I got $10 to spend. I think it's way better. And I think for Whatnot, it's a way better option for them. They don't have any payment processing fees they need to worry about. And it's just, they just take it out of our ledger. So it's $10 less on our ledger, just like they take out shipping costs from our ledger. So they just take $10 off our ledger when that person used that credit. So it would just be a matter of keeping track of all of your credits that you've given out. So say you gave out like $200 worth of credit, but they didn't get used until 3 weeks later. You want to make sure you're keeping track of that stuff somewhere. So hopefully they'll have some Dear Whatnot. Make sure you've got a tracking system so that people know, how the sellers know how much credit they've given away, so they don't give away the farm. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Franny Min says, yeah, that would be great. Pays for part of their shipping or something. Yeah, it would take it off of. So like I often do Silverbridge. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for the tip. You didn't need to do that. You're awesome. Everyone, please follow Silverbridge. So yeah, it would basically, I used to do coupons when we had way more expensive stuff. Way more expensive shipping. The shipping was way more expensive. Like if you think the shipping in Canada is expensive now, it was way more expensive then. And so I gave away coupons that I said, these are to help you with shipping. So they were like ship, help, ship, shipping, all those kind of words. And it was basically like, here's a coupon that you can use to offset the cost of shipping, even though it came off the price of the item. Does that make sense? It came off the price of the item. Oh, thank you, Silverbridge. I believe that if I help Whatnot Canada grow and Whatnot in general grow, it helps our community. It builds our community, and that's the important thing. Speaking of which, we do have an unofficial Whatnot Canada Discord. The information is up in my show notes up here. So do join our Discord. Everyone around the world is welcome. We do not discriminate in Canada. We will not deport you, I promise, from our Discord. I feel like it's getting a lot bigger. Yeah, we do no deportations, and the only ice is in our margaritas and such. And in winter, we have a lot of ice, and it can cause damage on, rivers and lakes. When the ice builds up, it can cause damage, but not like there. Our ice is way different. It's better. We also have hockey ice, skating ice. We have ice rinks. They're pretty awesome. You can go ice skating. That's always fun. And you can wear whatever uniform you want when you go ice skating. I recommend if you're going to play ice hockey that you wear lots of protective equipment. iLifeDiscounts.com says that also with Mighty Patches that we mailed them. Oh, okay. Sorry. I missed that. Welcome in. I Love Discounts. Some people, Millicent says some people are doing that with the coupon system. I know iLoveDiscounts.com gives chubby bucks, and they are for that show only. And I Love Discount says it also is with mighty patches that we mail to them. That is so fun. That is so fun. I love that. I'm like a coupon. I'm insane with the number of coupons. You probably have more coupons than me. I have over 600 coupons on Whatnot that I created, and I still have to go in and fix them all. I've probably only fixed a tenth of them so far, maybe more than that. Because when Canada switched from US dollars to Canadian dollars, the coupons got all messed up. So I have to go in one by one and edit those coupons and then save them again. Oh. So welcome in. I Love Discounts. Tell us all about yourself. Welcome into my show. This is a chat show. We're up in Canada. We talk about just about everything. We were talking about coupons and how to use coupons and giveaways, and how giveaways are way too expensive in Canada for most people to use. Angie's This and That says, I have spaces to fill on my family fashion raid train on Sunday. I have to go for an appointment, so added this. Now, please DM me for more information. Have a great day. All right, Angie, you have a great day with your appointments that you have to go to, and love to the boys. Hope they enjoy the day. Hopefully it's nice, not too hot out for them. So Angie's This and That runs a family fashion raid train that's happening on Sunday. She has spaces open, so please send her a direct message, Angie's This and That, and get the link to sign up for the raid train. So yeah, sarsaparilla too. That's a really good reason. Join our Discord. Again, it's up here in the show notes. Join our Discord, our unofficial Whatnot Canada Discord, because all of those raid trains and stuff, we post them on the Discord. So there's actually a raid train discussion section. The channel, because you just get to switch channels to different topics. So go to that and you can read about all the raid trains that have openings. I mean, there's not a ton of Canadian only raid trains. There's only the one, True North Strong, which is also has sign up available for September 10th if anyone's interested in that. And so it's 11 o'clock. So everyone share where you're from and what you sell so that everybody can follow everybody else. If you're a buyer and you're just here to learn about Whatnot, say hi anyways. We'd love to know where you're from. We love hearing where everybody is from. So share where you're from and what is your favorite stuff to sell or to buy. Hello, Auntie Thrifts. Welcome in. The Crazy Bead Lady says, I have a show on Thursday, August 14th, 6:30 p.m., bringing on 30 newly created statement collage brooches. Please bookmark my show. Let me look. View profile. If you're not following the Crazy Bead Lady, you have to. Look at you, already 1.2K sold. Good for you. Look at that. And she's got her statement brooches tomorrow at 6:26 p.m. Let's see. Nothing in here. Look at this brooch. Look at that. Is that not like absolutely stunning? Let me see what else you have in your. Oops. I just went out. Where are you? No photos yet. That's okay. You have that one photo up, and let me see if I can show in your shop. See what you have in there. So she also, if you're a crafter, a jewelry maker, you're going to want to follow the Crazy Bead Lady. So like, here's one of your statement collage brooches you already have up in your, look at that. So she takes old jewelry, and she creates these amazing statement pieces that are a mix of all kinds of old pieces. Isn't that amazing? It's just gorgeous. Linda, you're amazing. And she also she started her business in 1986 with a dream of creating jewelry and teaching others the craft. She also does teaching shows about all kinds of stuff. So yeah, you need to check her out. Okay, backing up the train. Okay. Silver Bridge sells silver and gold and some silver collectibles. You have a show. You're going to be doing your first show soon. Frinny Min says, hi all, I'm from Ontario. I sell makeup, skincare, and tanning products. Ooh. Yeah, Silver Bridge has a first show on Whatnot coming soon. Just book it for far in advance. Dave from Alberta did his first show in July. It was booked for December for like months and months and months. Build those bookmarks. Collect those bookmarks. Sarsaparilla says, guys, I have a silly amount of kids' costumes. Stuff you will never find at Walmart. So much. I have adult costumes too. Check out my shows. Oh my goodness. You have adult costumes. I think I need more adult. Why am I not following you? What is wrong with me? All right, here we go. C is for costumes and cookies today at 21:30. Look at that face. Who doesn't want to buy from that face? I love it. That Cookie Monster is amazing. Okay. backing up. I have to back up here. So everyone check out Sarsaparilla. I don't need any costumes, but I want more costumes. Hi Q Gem says, we sell gemstones that we handpick in Madagascar. We do sales from our showroom, but today at 5 p.m. I'll be doing a live from our warehouse. That sounds so awesome. Everyone check out Hi Q Gems. Chic Finds and Pop Vibes says, hello, I'm Luciana and I'm from the Toronto area. I just broke up with Amazon and I'll be selling all of my leftover inventory. I'll be selling Legos, puzzles, Barbies, and mostly of it are rare items or retired set, collectible Barbies. Ooh, build that show as much as you can. Build that show and like look for a doll raid train. There are doll raid trains out there and your Barbie collectors will find you and absolutely love you. That's how I got rid of all of my collectible Barbies is I did a couple of raid trains that were doll collectors. And like I sold one to the US. Sarsaparilla says, I also have corsets. I have cottage core and on and on and on. And I am so silly. I love silly. Little Big Town, what's up? And when the heck is your Western show? Next week now. I'm sorry, Sarsaparilla. Pickle says Sarsaparilla's costumes are high quality and great prices. Do you have tips on building your show? Yes. So what you want to do is check out if you go to Whatnot, I'll say it slowly. Whatnot.info/attracting buyers, all lowercase, one word, attracting buyers. You'll be able to find this guide that will give you hints and ideas on how to attract buyers. As well, I did a show on Monday morning that was about it, and it is on my YouTube. So you can also, I think I was like 3 hours long or something. I don't know. No, I didn't go very long, did I? I didn't go very long that day. But yeah, so building your show, building your followers, attracting new buyers. I did a whole segment on that, and it's up on my YouTube. And as Millicent says, thank you, Millicent. You're awesome. Want to participate in a raid train? And Jesus and that has space to fill on their family fashion raid train on Sunday. Direct message her. Thank you so much. Ginger's Dollhouse, hello. Okay. All right. I have to take the second pill because the first pill is not enough. So I'm going to, last chance to ask your questions and share your shows. And, oh, thank you. Millicent says, Silverbridge sells silver and gold and some silver collectibles. First Whatnot show is coming up. So everyone, please follow and bookmark Silverbridge's show when they have it up because they're a new seller and they need all the love. Chic Fine says, oh, my first show is this Friday, 7 p.m. Come support me. So nervous. You're going to be great. So Chic Finds and Pop Vibes. Good morning, Gingers. How are you doing? Okay, last call to share your shows. Last call to ask any questions. I'm going to, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to look to see if there's somebody we can raid. And then I'm going to take my pills because I'm in a way. Okay, K Minder Inc. is on, but we did Miss Chris this and that. How are you? How many minutes have I been on for? 1 hour and 28 minutes. Okay. Wow. I managed to go for 1 hour and 28 minutes with this wooziness happening. Let's see. I've never heard of those people before. Leader in the clothing industry. Okay. But also the quality is good even that. All right, we're gonna go into a new seller. I don't know if this looks like this might be their first show because they have no sales. They have one follower. Oh, thank you, Millicent. Oh, Franny Mins. Oh my gosh, you made it. You tipped. Thank you so much, Frinny Mins. You are awesome. Thank you so much for tip. You didn't need to do that. You were so sweet. Everyone, please follow Frinny Mins. They're having their first show, and they're so sweet. Thank you so much. Not your first show. Wait, not your first show, is it? I'm so tired right now. I'm so dizzy. I am so... You've already sold 92 items. Oh my gosh, look at you. And a 5.0 rating. Good for you. So everyone check out, everyone needs makeup. I clearly need makeup, and I clearly need skincare. Thank you, Ginger. All right, we're going to go into Textile Canada. They're a new seller. They have 1 follower. They're not following anybody. So let's go in and bless them, and just kind of probably freak them out. They're all by themselves right now. Thank you, Millicent. I love you. Textile Canada. We're going to go check them out and see what they're all about. It looks like it's clothing. Textile. Get it? Textile. Okay. Love you guys. Have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow morning. Bye for now. Let's go. Lots